Check, check. Check, 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 check. Audio. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Audio 1, 2. IL Fieldhouse. Warren Armstrong Court. Welcome into the IL Fieldhouse on the Warren Armstrong Court for some Thursday afternoon basketball between Cristo Rey and Southeast. Cristo Rey secured the opening tip, but then turned over the ball on their first possession. Three-pointer from the corner is no good. Long shot, long rebound. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity for the Knights. Jalen Pouncil dishes it inside. Rebound put back, no good. Third try is the charm for the Knights. James Miller with the layup, forcing Cristo Rey to call a 30-second timeout. Cristo Rey starting five, Kanye Woods. Number 10, Raymond Shaw. Number 13, David Paisley. Number 23, Vontae Wooten. And 24, Brandon Moore. Cristo Rey in the visiting purple uniforms with the white trim. Southeast Knights, led by Daryl Kearney. Home team, white uniforms in the blue and red trim. On the court for the Knights, Jalen Pouncil, Brian Phoenix, Dramel Jackson, Henry Gardner III, and James Miller. Paisley with the ball gives it up to Woods. Woods. Paisley at the top of the key. Three-pointer. Rolls around the rim, bounces off defensive board. Long baseball pass up ahead to Miller. Three-pointer, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Pumas. Foul called on the inbounds pass. Dramel Jackson picking up his first personal foul. Pass down low. Leads to a layup. Brandon Moore, the leading scorer for the Pumas, gets Cristo Rey on the board. Deflection and steal. Raymond Shaw tries to hit the pull-up jumper, but then James Miller recovers on the defensive end for the block from behind, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pumas. Inbound pass deflected and stolen. Outlet pass up ahead, run down by Phoenix. Three-pointer hits the front of the rim. But then the Knights steal it right back. The layup off the glass is good for Phoenix. Knights go back in front 4-2. Another steal by the Southeast. Another three-point attempt. This time Gardner knocks it down. Brandon Moore with his first basket of the game. Pass inside, stolen away. Bounce pass Out of bounds off of Cristo Ray. Elects not to use the screen. Pass by the double team, kick out to the corner. Baseline drive. Three-pointer, no good. Pumas run it down. Jermel Jackson jumps the passing lane, makes the steal, goes in for the layup, but he is blocked from behind by Brandon Moore. First free throw is no good. One more on the way. Jackson can't knock down either free throw, so the lead remains at 3. Three-pointer from the left corner, overshoots the rim. Phoenix driving the lane, kicks it out to the corner baseline, jumper, rattles around. Pumas clear it. Three-pointer from the top, bounces off the glass. Take off the lane, no good. Rebound and put back by Phoenix. Three offline. Pouncil, crossover, goes in up against a double team. Jalen Harris now into the game for Jermel Jackson. Contested shot is short. Cristo Ray clears. Ball thrown away. So it will go back to Southeast. Under 2 to play here in the first quarter. Knights with a 5-point lead. Spot up 3 from the corner, rattles in off the hands of Brian Phoenix. His third basket, his first three-pointer of the game. Woods gets fouled on the three-point attempt, so he'll step to the free throw line for 3 shots. Misses the first. Jalen Harris is the one picking up the personal foul, his first. That second free throw off the front of the rim. One more free throw opportunity coming. And he makes one of three. Pass dumped down inside. Despite the block, Harris able to recover. Wooten able to miss the layup, and then in transition, the ball won't fall for Jermel Jackson. That three-pointer won't go down. Long outlet pass up ahead, and then dump off to Jalen Pouncil. Under 20 to play here in the first quarter. Block from behind by Jackson. Not giving up any easy baskets. Five seconds. Ball stolen, and the shot at the buzzer won't fall. And so Southeast ends the first quarter with an 11-point lead, 16-5, after 8 minutes of action. And we're ready for the second quarter to begin. Southeast 4-11 on the season. Lost a game earlier this week against Pembroke Hill. Game today, and then turnaround, and then another game Friday against El Dorado Springs. For Cristo Ray, season in growing and development, still looking for the first win of the season for the Pumas. Malik Sloan now on the floor for the Knights to start the second quarter. Pouncil, the senior, takes his man off the dribble. Personal foul. Brandon Moore whistled for his second personal foul. Pouncil makes the first, misses the second. So it's 17-5, Knights. Moore gives it up to Shaw. Back into Shaw's hands. Paisley dumps it inside to Wooten. Wooten along the baseline, leans in, gets the floater to fall. Devon Babel's also getting his first action of the game for Southeast. Little floater will fall for Gerard Smith. Malik Sloan, the sophomore guard slash forward, is whistled for his first personal foul. Back-to-back quick fouls against Southeast. This time, Gerard Smith picks up a foul. Fourth team foul against the Knights. Three-pointer from the right wing won't go down. Knights come away with the rebound. Babels, true from the left corner for three-pointer. Cristo Ray tries to answer with a three of its own. The miss is tipped back out. Fed in to Wooten. Uses his size advantage and the glass for his second basket. Gerard Smith able to get into the lane for the basket. 24-9. 15-point lead now for the Knights. A little too much on that shot for Cristo Ray, but the offensive rebound stays with the Pumas. Put up and back in by Kanye Woods. Pouncil brings the ball up the court for the Knights. Shoots over his defender for three. That shot won't go down. Pass up ahead. Trying to save the ball, and instead it leads to a turnover. Back into Pouncil's hands. He gives it up to Harris. Harris drives his man into the lane for a layup, forcing Cristo Ray to call another timeout. Full timeout for the Pumas. 15-point lead for Southeast, 26-11. Back live. Pumas with the ball. Errant pass knocked away, but Stolen right back by the Pumas. Held ball. Possession arrow favors the Pumas. Three-pointer hits the left side of the rim. Raymond Shaw able to make the steal, and he drives it with the left hand for the layup. Makes it 26-13. Babel's trying to stick with his missed shot. Second opportunity won't go down. Brandon Moore's shot is rebounded by Babels. Gerard Smith had a good look. Paisley, pump fake, behind the back dribble. Wooten. Ball tipped out of bounds. Still Cristo Ray ball. James Miller replaces Devon Babels. Now Marcus Taylor into the game for Cristo Ray, giving Kanye Woods a rest. Wooten takes a pass, one dribble, puts a shot up and in. Pull up, jumper is good by Malik Sloan. Long three-pointer is good for Paisley. That three-pointer comes up short, cleared away by the Pumas. Paisley to Brandon Moore. Shaw overshoots the rim. Brandon Moore able to hustle. That shot brings the Pumas within two until Malik Sloan gets the layup. Pushes the lead back to 10, 30-20 in favor of the Knights. Pull up three from the top of the key. That's good for Brandon Moore, the leading scorer for the Pumas this season. And then the deflection and the steal for Cristo Ray. Marcus Taylor gets fouled before the shot goes up. Malik Sloan with his second personal foul. #15 foul against Southeast. We're under a minute to play here in the first half. Three-pointer, no good. James Miller skies for the rebound for Southeast. Coast to coast for Jalen Harris. Reach-in foul call against Jalen Harris. Also, his second personal foul, 31.3 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Inbound pass stolen by Southeast on the fast break. That layup is good. Count the basket and the bump. Malik Sloan can't complete the three-point play, but the Knights hustle for the offensive rebound on the miss. 20 seconds to go here. Ball deflected and stolen by David Paisley. He can't run it down. It'll go out of bounds, and so Southeast with an 11-point lead and the ball with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Sloan takes a shot, leaves it short, and so at halftime, Southeast leads 34-23. Just about ready to start the third quarter here at the IL Fieldhouse, Warren Armstrong Court. 34-23 is the halftime score. Southeast with the lead to start the third quarter. Knights starting off with the ball. Brian Phoenix, 7 points to lead Southeast. Dish. Making easy work, James Miller with the baseline layup, and then on the inbounds pass, an unforced turnover. Harris now with 8 points. Dramel Jackson with 2 more. In transition, baseline shot missed. Strong block by the Pumas. Ball knocked out of bounds off the leg of Cristo Ray, and so it will go on over to Southeast. 8 players scored in the first half for the Knights. 6 players for Cristo Ray. Brandon Moore had 9 points for Cristo Ray to lead all scores, but he has been the leading scorer for the Pumas this season. That three-pointer clangs off the right side of the rim, out of bounds before it can be saved, so it's Southeast ball. We're now joined, graced by the presence of the district athletic director, Mr. Garner. What's going on? Mr. Sanders, I'm sorry. Hey, what all is going on in the IL?
Well, you know, we're coming into like the home stretch of basketball now. We've probably got about 4 weeks left, and we're getting ready to head towards the spring.
How do you feel about the way that the teams, the players, the coaches, and everyone has done their part to make sure that we do have a basketball season?
Well, I tell you, I'm really proud of everybody. Proud of the young people that played in the fall as well. You know, we've had some times when, you know, our teams have had to sit out, but overall, you know, we've been blessed that haven't had anybody really that sick. But so every time we make it through a season, it's kind of like you get down on your knees and pray that, hey, we got through and our kids are healthy. That's the blessing.
And while right now there are attendance restrictions about as far as watching games and competitions in person, you know, we do have the resource available, the district live stream, so that parents and students and administrators can all support their schools via live stream and YouTube. How important is it to have that access?
Well,
you know,
it's really important. We were working to get the Huddle cameras installed so we can be able to have those at every major site that we play at, and we just flip a button and won't have you guys giving these beautiful commentations, but the folks will be able to see their fans, so hopefully their kids. So hopefully by next year we'll have those in place and everything. It just seems like when you try to get something new installed, everything doesn't fall in place like you need it to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Everyone has a lot of great ideas, but it takes a lot of teamwork to make the execution happen.
No doubt. And I've got to say, we've got a really good team, a bunch of coaches and the district staff, everybody. You would not believe how much changes have went through this year of schedules and buses, and it just seems like every day you think you're going to go in and get one thing done and 10,000 things fall apart. So.
Yeah, because originally we were expecting to have a doubleheader here at the IO Fieldhouse, and it ended up just being one game on the boys' side. What else is on the horizon in the district?
Well, you know, like I'm saying, we'll be able to start spring conditioning here on March 1st. Basically, you can start February the 28th. And right now, we're starting to try to get people ready to do off-season conditioning and weights for the spring sports. So having an AD's meeting tomorrow to kind of go over the policies and procedures we need to put in place to make sure all our student athletes are safe while they're out there participating. But that's it right now. So hopefully we'll have a full-blown spring session with the high schools and the middle schools. And so looking forward to track and field and baseball and girls soccer and men's tennis and my favorite is flag football for the 8th graders.
Hey, and then KCPS Superintendent Dr. Mark Bedell has, also made an emphasis to make the vaccines available to the staff workers here in the district, the teachers, administrators. How far will that go in hopefully restoring some sense of normalcy?
Well, I think it'll go really far. I mean, when you're, I'll have my second shot coming up here on Wednesday, but it gives you a sense of I'm further protected, and I think that's the big thing because, people in Kansas City Public Schools have lost friends and family, and I know I had, and I was sicker than a dog, and I don't want anybody to ever be that sick. So, hopefully everybody will get the vaccine and get back to a normalcy for everybody, and hopefully next fall and during the spring we'll get back to letting moms and dads and brothers and sisters come and watch their family and cheer them on crazily.
Yeah, and we saw in the fall, with football being an outdoor sport, and even though they weren't necessarily allowed in the stands, they could still have a vantage point in person on the other side of the fence.
Right.
It's not so much the case during the winter sports and indoor season, but could that possibly be the case in the spring with baseball?
Well, in baseball, since that facility we play at is urban youth, they do allow spectators as far as we know. On a national call we were on today, we were talking about, young baseball players in the dugout, and so since dugouts are so confined, what kind of social distancing they're going to try to do along with masks. So we need to kind of look at that a little bit. But, we'll have girls soccer, so moms and dads, might be staying on the fence again. And we'll have track and field and tennis, boys tennis. So
hopefully we can get all the snow done within the next couple of weeks and let it move out the way so that weather won't be an issue.
Well, see, now weather's probably a bigger issue in the spring.
I know.
Because it seems like we got rain and rain and rain, and that's a crazy time during baseball season, trying to get the games in, and it's raining every other day, seems like, in the spring. So.
And then you're trying to practice inside, but you can't really replicate being outside on the grass with a gym floor.
Right. So, like I'm saying, our kids are resilient. They've been working their backsides off, and so proud of them, and we've been able to stay pretty well healthy. But I know they miss their moms and dads and grandparents being at the games, but hopefully next year by this time we'll have these stands full and people cheering and screaming and yelling and going crazy.
Well, Mr. Sanders, thank you for your time. It's always so good to hear from you and give us a kind of state of the IL address to see what's going on and what's in the works.
The IL's always getting better, and we just want to thank everyone for being understanding this year and helping us. And I know it's been rough, but praise God that our kids are still healthy and we're still been able to play. Because I was on the national call today, and the state of California is not playing, doing anything. The state of Washington State's not doing anything. Oregon. So we in the Midwest have been blessed to actually participate. And those places are so envious of us being able to have our young people do things where those places are not even thinking about it at this point.
But that's the thing, everyone has to work together for the greater good and for the common goal, to do what's best to keep everybody healthy.
Right.
But then also to, provide opportunities for these student athletes to compete.
But not only compete to try to get themselves a scholarship to play at the next level.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Last week within the district we had FAFSA Frenzy Week to get everyone signed up and get all the questions answered for priority. The deadline for February 1st, which is coming up next week,
right,
to get the most amount of money for colleges. So we hope that everybody within the district, all the students, take advantage of that just to secure opportunities for their future.
Because going to college, to me, is a blessing, and I was fortunate. But I don't want any kids to have to sleep in the backseat of their car like I did.
Wow.
People say, where are you staying? I said, I'm staying at 73rd and Bonneville. It's a brown one-story with a white roof. Hey, thank you guys so much for
But
broadcasting
I mean,
tonight.
it had good visions, right?
Had great vision.
Lot of daylight.
But I tell you what, in the wintertime, it was very cold. In the summertime, it was very hot. Hey, thank you guys for broadcasting. Love KCPS. I'll have a great rest of the night.
Thank you so much. Southeast leading at 42-23. Great information there as we go under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Dish in the lane, stolen away, pass up ahead, contact, no foul called. Raymond Shaw scores it. Ball deflected out of bounds by Brandon Moore. Dramel Jackson off glass for the layup. 44-30. Knights with a 14-point lead as we approach 1 minute mark on the clock. Floater inside, soft touch for Woods. Another steal by the Pumas. Contested three-pointer. Give Raymond Shaw 3 more. 44-35. It is now just a single-digit deficit. Southeast answers back with a 3 of its own by Jalen Pouncil. And then Pouncil makes a steal and the layup. 5 quick points to end the third quarter. (49-35) Southeast with the lead after 3 quarters with the defensive block. Southeast outscored Cristo Ray 15-12 in the third quarter. Each team with 18 points in the second quarter.
Hey, Khadijah Pulliams, how are you?
What's going on, D. Jackson?
Oh, just sitting here enjoying this great basketball game here from the beautiful field house. I just figured I'd check in, stop by and say hello.
Always good. Anytime you want to jump on the mic.
My mic sounds nice.
There's one waiting for you. Did you watch?
Did I do what?
Did you watch the Lifetime movie?
I did.
Your thoughts?
I wasn't really all that into it, to be honest with you. I was almost waiting for it to be over.
Yeah.
A little disappointed.
Yeah. It wasn't nearly as good as the Clark Sisters movie, as far as Lifetime movies go. Interior pass off the inbound and 1. 3 the hard way for David Paisley.
thing I gotta say is this game, as far as the competitiveness and the enthusiasm, it's been pretty good since the
Yeah.
beginning. It has been a tight game, a hard-fought game by both sides.
Yeah, the energy level is definitely up. Despite the score on the scoreboard, both teams staying after it on the defensive end. Jalen Pouncil thought about it, was going to change his mind, second guessed himself, pulled the trigger anyway, and knocked down the three-pointer to push the lead to 15 points. Vontae Wooten against the double team, not discouraged, still takes it in. He's the tallest player on the floor in this game. Kick out for Pouncil. He hits the runner.
One of those senses of being a little over-aggressive at times. You know, you see that first step in. So much is made about that, the first step after the dribble. You know, you want to be quick to the basket, but sometimes these kids can get a little over-anxious in those, in that regard.
Especially when they see space, they want to take advantage of it and advance the ball closer to the rim. And the mind and the feet, there's a lot of maybe a little disconnect. So before they can get to where they want to go, they try to get there in a hurry.
And everybody wants to make that big play, you know, and it's not so much you see it as in the COVID age where there's not a lot of fans here, but when this field house is packed, you see those nerves. You see, I want to make the big play. I want to get the ooh. I want to get the ah. I want to do the shake. You know, but you don't see that as much right now with COVID out. But I got to tell you, sometimes when these guys see these cameras, they know they want to put on a good show for the folks watching.
Yeah,
at home.
I mean, because we definitely, through our journey, during the winter season, we've had players, whether they're on the court or getting ready to play or just finished playing. Was our game live?
Mm-hmm.
Is this live? Where can I watch it? And so then they hop on their phone and they share the information, and we do appreciate that. We appreciate everybody who tunes in every week, to watch the action here in the IL.
And the IL has been keeping you busy. Did a game last night over at Anderson, and you've been quite the workhorse for us lately.
Hey, it's teamwork makes the dream work.
I've heard that somewhere.
I cannot take all the credit. I have a good agent.
Support staff.
Who finds me work and gets me dialed in and is the technical brainiac that is able to help put this live stream together.
I don't think people realize how many moving parts there are, from not just the technical standpoint, but from logistical standpoint, scheduling, getting everybody here during COVID. It is quite the monumental task at times.
Yeah, I mean, we all have to stay flexible and stay fluid because, things are constantly changing. The only constant is change. So, making sure, staffing knows where the location is, because it can change from the beginning part of the week to game day, and then making sure that we have enough, people to be able to bring the sights and the sounds, to our viewers at home. But it's worth it. First free throw from Paisley is good. One more coming.
What would you say has been your favorite event that we've done or game?
As far as a drama standpoint, definitely we had an overtime game last week. It's at Central, overtime girls game, which was really, really exciting to call. But then also, I mean, because it was something brand new for me, calling the swim meet, over at Central. That was an entirely new experience. So to see how that works, I mean, that was fun.
I got to agree with you. I think that was the most stimulating of the ones that we've done. I mean, we've done football, we've done basketball, we've done soccer over the course of the school year here, and over the course of our careers. I mean, we've done hockey, we've done all types of different things. But to do the swim meet, because that was my first time doing that as well, and your preparation, your delivery, always smooth, always professional. Wouldn't expect anything less, but just the overall experience of that was a whole different level.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know, what to expect because I've done individual swimming stories through the course of my career, but have never done a swim meet and not an event. So just to see the timing sheets, the heat sheets, and then being able to adapt, because even though our sheets say one thing, those swimmers, those participants may be in a different heat. So just being able to adapt and it was challenging, but it was also rewarding. Another layup there by Gerard Smith, the Southeast junior. Now with a 17-point lead for the Knights. That ball was deflected out of bounds, so Cristo Ray maintains possession. Another deflected pass out of bounds. Knights very active on the defensive end, keeping high hands into the passing lanes, getting their bodies in position to make a play. That three-pointer shot is short. Cristo Ray able to run down the loose ball, dish inside for Paisley for another layup. Gerard Smith able to work it inside for the floater, also gets hit in the act of shooting, so count the basket. Bonus free throw on the way, with James Miller checking in to give Jalen Pouncil a breather. That free throw won't fall. 62-45. Southeast in the lead. Bonte Wooten, nice post move, but really can't get the shot to go down. Tries to save the ball from going out of bounds, but it will go over to Southeast.
And one thing that the big men always work on, they're constantly working on that footwork, that 1-2 step, and trying to dominate in the paint. And that's one thing that you do like to see. You want to develop your footwork. You always start from the bottom up. You work with your feet, and then you work on that shooter's touch. So, looking at what he has to offer, I think in a couple of years, he's going to be a dominant big man here in Kansas City.
Yeah, they're, very, a tall, maybe the tallest player on the floor, not the biggest as far as size-wise. So as he continues to develop and grow and learn the game, and, he'll be one to watch. Substitution timeout. Jalen Harris replaces Henry Gardner for the Knights. Steal by Dramel Jackson, and he misses the slam. But then he hustles for the defensive steal. Another opportunity, tries to take Wooten, and he does for the layup. That will prompt Coach Thornton to take a timeout for Cristo Ray. 66-45. Southeast with the lead. That is the final timeout for Cristo Ray. Largest lead of the game for Southeast. Pumas just with one team foul this half, so playing smart defense without committing the foul. Four team fouls against the Knights here in the second half. But with a 21-point lead, this game shouldn't come down to free throws.
One game on the docket tonight, half of the original slated doubleheader. Good or bad? What do you think?
I can't complain about what didn't happen.
You sound like Andy Reid.
But just because of the kind of game that we have, a very competitive game, as you mentioned, the young student athletes here, giving the energy and the effort here.
Well, I had mentioned Andy Reid in the sense of I feel as though you can't talk about the guys that are not here.
Yeah,
Which makes perfect sense.
Right, because I don't know what I don't see.
Exactly.
Nice floater, soft touch by Paisley.
Clock winding down here at the field house. Just over 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Malik Sloan, the sophomore, gets to the rack. Jalen Harris picks up his third personal foul. Rainbow three-point attempt, no good. James Miller can't corral the rebound, goes off his hands and out of bounds, so Cristo Ray back on offense. Paisley gets into the paint. Shot won't drop. Reset by the Knights. A minute and a half left to play in this game. Double dribble. Count that three-pointer for Brandon Moore. His second three-pointer of this game. Pumas coming with a steal. The contested layup. Moore with two more. Dish along the baseline. Out of bounds, goes back to the Pumas. .30 ticks left on the clock. Wooten runs down the loose ball rebound. Shaw left his feet, came back down before releasing the ball. Southeast willing to dribble out the clock. And so this one goes into the books. 68-52 win for the Southeast Knights. They get back into the win column after dropping an earlier contest this week against Pembroke Hill. Next up, they'll play El Dorado Springs on Friday. Hard-fought effort for Cristo Ray, still looking for the first win of the season. Pumas led by Brandon Moore in this contest, getting into double figures. Brandon Moore also leading the team in scoring all season long. We thank you for joining us on the Southeast YouTube channel to watch this contest here from the IL Fieldhouse. We'll see you next time for the KCPS High School featured basketball game.